I get it. I got cleats on my...
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Who said the crowds wouldn't embrace football being back in L.A.? You certainly couldn't tell that by what we saw a few moments ago. These folks are pumped up as their Rams get set to do battle with Jameis Winston and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. White 20.
It's our field. It's our field.
Here's the third-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Well, Henderson is a junior at Memphis last year, better than 1,900 yards, had 25 total touchdowns. They drafted him in the third round in an effort to try to give Todd Gurley some support in a backup role. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up.
Brings up second and 10 at the 33-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
12.
45.
From the gun, here's Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
They come up to the line now facing a third and 10 after the incompletion.
45. Mike, 45.
Out of the gun, Goff. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. He gets it to Gurley, complete. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a third and about 4.
Brings up third and 4.
Black 20.
Wild Bill.
From the gun on third down, Goff. Working the middle here, that's complete to Everett, the tight end. Well, that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We go tonight. 180.
Tackles.
On first down, it's Gurley. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Value three.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another first and 10. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That's a gain of 13, first down Rams. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11. They'll try the air now with Goff. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and just like that, it's third down.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Like 20.
Watch my 4. I got him.
And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's first and goal.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they go to work on a first and goal.
I hope you brought your lips because I'm about to take you to school. 49, check 49.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. So stuffed from the 2, now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Check.
Another try on second down with Gurley. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
We're good. We're good.
A shotgun snap for Goff. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Rams take a 7-0 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Winston and the Bucs take over now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And his first carry, he loses the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs. First time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Right to go tonight. 180. Whirling.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. I got you, Pop. Mike.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike 50.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Being chased and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues.
Whip. Watch the whip. Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Logan. And he'll be taken down at the 18. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Tighten up. Good edge. Come.
To throw, Winston. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. Well, the power on the move that time, but still tackled shy of the 20. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Wait.
58 for Mike. Check back. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check 50. Check 50.
Winston on 3rd and 2. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Samson Abuka coming in to drop him for a loss of 8. And it also brings up 4th. 4th down, and the Bucs trot out the former 49er Bradley Pinion to punt it. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Tonight, like 20.
54. Right 54. Check tight end. Check tight end.
Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Stiff-armed him. Oh, and now he bowls him over. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now Gurley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The Rams on 3rd down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now, 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a run with Henderson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a good run, and it got to the second level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle, and oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Rams on 3rd down. Can't be any better than a perfect 6 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Here's Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game as we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Jameis to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Ready. Black, what is that?
Right now, let's go. Check pass, check pass. 36, 36. Check 50.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done. Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
So a 3rd and 9 and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
Now it's Goff off the bootleg. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked off around the 27.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
From the 30 on second down, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. On first and 10, Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's second down. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Jameis throwing here. That's complete to Perriman. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mike 48, Mike 48. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Winston now to throw on first down. Evans has it left side. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Jameis now 5 straight completions here in this second half. First and 10. Barber on first and 10. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the Rams' 13-yard line.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Once again, it's Barber. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's Barber. And only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up second and goal at the 8-yard line.
So it'll be second and goal when we return. We've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's second and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashad Perriman, his first touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Go
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Goff. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks, 76 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Zerline good with a PAT, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was trying to find O.J. Howard, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Winston, throw left side, complete. That's Evans. 16 yards, a first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Winston now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
24 is the mic.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 47 yards. They'll run on first down. It's Barber, and he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
6 guys. Check. Kill. Easy.
On 2nd and 9, Winston, and he's got it. Caught in the end zone, touchdown, Tampa Bay. Peyton Barber, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 30 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Shaquille Barrett put that sack by his name in the stat sheet. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Now it's Brown. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. This is Brown on the carry. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And got him in. It's Woods. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 13-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Darrell Henderson with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Let's go, baby.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
He's going to let it fly. And nearly picked off there, and it would have been a great time for their first pick. Instead, it's 2nd down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, it really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, and especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
On 2nd down, it's Logan. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Ready? White 25. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Watch twist. Kill.
Winston. And the Rams got it. They bring him down. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
5 on the 50. 5 on the 50. 5 on the 50.
Now Winston on 4th down. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Corey Littleton. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
What we got?
On 1st down, Henderson. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Set the tone, defense.
Again, it's Henderson. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for Los Angeles, it'll be a 500 start as the win gets them back to 2-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the defeat is their first of the year as they drop to 3-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.